Sometime in October, Honolulu started breaking in earnest. The setup was the same one we'd surfed in the spring. Long outside wall with warbles and sections, then the big bowling section of the main takeoff, then a roaring blue freight train all down the reef, deep into the bay. It was again a glorious wave, with hues in its depths so intense they felt like first editions. Ocean colors never seen before, made solely for this wave, this moment, must never be seen again. To surf the place intelligently would require long study, clearly, and an apprenticeship of years. But the Honolulu local guild was no longer taking applications. The spot already had an outsized coterie of devotees. They came from all over Maui, and on big swells from Oahu as well. The crowd in Honolulu had more dark faces than Lahaina lineups did. I spent some summer in Lahaina. The crowd in Honolulu had more dark faces than Lahaina lineups did. In fact, not many of the regulars from the town spots appeared out there once the winter season got underway. The surfing was of a much higher caliber. At times, particularly when a swell was peaking, the action in the water felt completely frenzied as amped, excellent surfers pushed their limits, wave after wave, and pushed each other. It was a tough crowd. Nobody gave a newcomer a wave. But successfully picking off sweet ones was less a matter of pure dogfight aggression, I found, than of getting into the rhythm of the sets and of finding the seams in the crowd. The whole scene had the feeling of a religious shrine, overrun by passionate pilgrims. I half expected people to start speaking in tongues, to flail and foam at the mouth, or monastery monkeys to bomb us with guavas. The top guys were astonishing. Some were big names from the mags, some were local hotshots. I saw Les Potts out in the water only once that fall. He was riding a wide white board, the same shape as mine. The surf was mid-sized, the wind light, the crowd pretty bad, and Potts stayed away from the pack at the main takeoff. He lurked instead on the inside and used some form of advanced personal marine radar to dodge the sets and slip across the reef at improbable moments to catch large numbers of clean, fast waves that nobody else saw coming. His surfing was subtle and sure, and radical only when he saw the right moment, which did not by any means occur on every wave, to unleash some fierce maneuver. His knowledge of the reef appeared to be encyclopedic, and he concentrated on tucking himself into spiraling barrels over the shallowest inside slabs. I moved far down into the bay to watch him. The usual mob on the cliff, having come out to watch the show, couldn't even see Potts, I realized. He was down around the corner, basically surfing alone. My new board worked well. Watching Potts, I could see what he had in mind with the shape. I would never surf with such precision, but I found I could draw rounder lines, sharper curves, going higher under the lip than I would have thought possible on a racetrack wave like Honolulu. Surfing hard, putting my board up on edge, also put other people in the lineup on notice that I was not out there to watch them surf. It was a long trek up the pecking order, and I would never reach the first rank, but I began to take a place in the second rank. On certain days, I was catching as many waves as anyone, and people I didn't know were even hooting me into drops, encouraging me to go hard. If my surfing had plateaued when I was 15, it was now on a new upward track. I probably couldn't ride small Malibu any better now than I had as a grommet, but the size, speed, and soul satisfactions of Honolulu Bay were greater by orders of magnitude than any spot I knew in California, even Rincon, could offer. The wave was far more intimidating for a start, as well as more rewarding, and my obsession with it was well timed, given how badly my life on land was going. Karen took up with Mike the Glasser. I couldn't believe it. She told me to call him Michael. He was nicer, smarter than I knew, she said. They even turned up at Honolulu together in his shit brown van. She sat on the cliff while he paddled out. It was windy and big, one of those rip-roaring, high-amp days. I had been in a wave-catching, mindless groove. Now I sourly watched Michael paddle cautiously up the bay. A set rolled through, and he headed for the horizon. He was, I realized, a kook. That improved my mood. I went back to work, battling the scrum in the main bowl, intent on center stage. Maybe, if Karen saw me ripping on the board she gave me, or at least surfing competently, she'd come to her senses and take me back. After making a highline screamer that no one in West Maui could possibly have missed seeing, I looked for her on the cliff, but the shit-brown van was gone. Michael had somehow reached shore alive, evidently. That seemed both improbable and unfair.